everyone, my name is Isabel. I've never made a video like this before. I'm kind of nervous. I'm probably not going to make one again, but I have some thoughts that I feel are important to share, and I wrote them down because I'm nervous and I didn't want to forget. So here goes. Ever since I saw the video of George Floyd's murder last Monday, I have spent hours each day reading articles. I have spent hours each day reading articles and watching news media about his death. Ever since I saw the video of George Floyd's murder last Monday, I have spent hours each day reading articles and watching news media about his death, the protests, the charges against the officers, the Black Lives Matter movement, the memorial, all of it. I think the news media is getting two important things wrong regarding George Floyd's murder, and I think it is important to point them out. First, many of the news media reports have stated that the Hansen County Coroner's report revealed that George Floyd died from a heart attack. This is wrong. What the report actually says he died from is, and I quote, cardiopulmonary arrest complicating law enforcement subdual, restraint, and neck compression. Now, according to the American Heart Association, quote, cardiac arrest is the abrupt loss of heart function in a person who may or may not have been diagnosed with heart disease. It can come on suddenly or in the wake of other symptoms. The term heart attack is often mistakenly used to describe cardiac arrest. While a heart attack may cause cardiac arrest, the two terms don't mean the same thing, unquote. So, when the news media says that George Floyd died from a heart attack, they're just flat out wrong. I don't know if they're using the term heart attack intentionally to garner publicity, or if they're simply using it mistakenly as so many others do. Regardless, it is their responsibility to fact-check their reports. The coroner's report states that George Floyd died because his heart stopped beating, not because of a heart attack. The second thing I believe the media is getting wrong is that George Floyd died later at the hospital. I believe that they are again mistakenly interchanging two different things. It is most likely that George Floyd wasn't declared dead until he reached the hospital, that his time of death wasn't officially given until he reached the hospital. But that doesn't mean that's when he actually died. For example, I had a friend who stayed with my family the last month of his life. He died early in the morning around 5 a.m., but he wasn't declared dead until the coroner finally got there sometime after 6. His official time of death is different from the actual time he died. One of the videos I watched comes from Dr. Mike Hansen, titled Lung Doctor Analyzes George Floyd Autopsy Report, Medical Explanation. In this video, Dr. Hansen explains how pressure on the back of someone's neck and back can cause asphyxiation. He said that George Floyd, quote, was unconscious for more than 2 minutes with the knee still on his neck. There's no doubt that during this time he took his last breath and right around the same time lost his pulse, unquote. It seems to me that George Floyd actually died at the scene and wasn't officially pronounced dead until he reached the hospital. So why do I think it's important for the news media to get these two things correct? Because getting it wrong causes confusion, and it gives those who want to defend Derek Chauvin and the other men a little bit of wiggle room. It creates doubt that George Floyd was murdered as opposed to accidental death in police custody, even though both of the autopsy reports declare his death a homicide. Maybe I'm wrong, and this isn't important to the big picture. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. I'm known to do that. I don't know. If you decide to leave a comment, please be respectful. You have the right to disagree with me, but I will remove any disrespectful or hateful comments. Thank you for watching.